Hey everybody, Hat Creature here, and in this video I am going to go over why exactly the prison map, Area 3 specifically, is bad. It's badly designed. The rest of the map is good, but Area 3 is where it suffers. Now, in case you don't know, some people may not have actually seen this, or just realized it, because they just zoom through their matches. But Area 3 Prison is the only map so far at the moment that is randomly generated. This entire blank spot right here, you can't put anything in a preset because those are the spots that randomly change. And every time you come into this map, this is different. This is changes. Maybe it has a pattern, like in another game, where the map's always different. You can tell, like, oh, it's this version, and then it's this version. I don't know if that's the case with this one, but it's always different all the time. So, there's that. I think that's cool, but it's also a problem. That's the first problem with Area 3 Prison, is that you can't properly make a preset for Area 3. So, that right there is bad for Masterminds. That's a pro for survivors and a con for Masterminds. Not every map, is somewhat suited to one side or the other, and very few maps are like good for everybody. But right now, that's one con for the Mastermind, because they can't properly, prepare for their opponent in Area 3, and that's bad, especially when you can do it on every other map. But this one suffers the most because it's randomly generated. So these walls are always here, but the way they're positioned is always different. Sometimes you can come through here, and this is blocked, and you can't go this way. Sometimes there's a hole there, sometimes not. But another problem with it being just the way it is. It's a maze of cardboard and wood. The aesthetic is awesome, but the actual design of what it is even worse when you actually get into it. Looking over everything, it's a maze. It's a hodgepodge of, put together. This is just a big black hole, and you can't put anything there. You don't even go to that side of the map. So the map is smaller than it normally would be. And then over here, more walls, it's all a maze. Now, it's cool. But the problem comes in when you're placing down creatures and traps. That's the second problem. It's, this path might not always be here, so I just want to jump over to this. No, okay.
Thank you for this data.
This is a good spot. Okay, so there's a Biocore over there. There's Tyrone. You can see the survivors right now from this camera, and you can see them from this camera. But if there's a January, or if you're playing like Nikolai or Gun Spencer, and the survivors are hot on cams, they're going to be targeting these too. And if you can't repair them fast enough, and they're destroying your biocores extremely fast, because that's what happens, you have to switch to this one or this one. Now, on this one, oh wow, actually got lucky this time. Nice, this is actually for once a good camera for that biocore. I'm surprised. But, right here. See, you can place traps here. It's easy to see it this time. Usually it's not. But right here you can't place a trap. You can't see what's blocking you because there's this wall in the way. Right over there. You can't see where you're supposed to put it. You can't see where you can put it. Like over it. Like right there. Bam. Put another... That's the problem. You can't see. So you're back on this camera. Now you can see. You can put them right here. Everything's fine. But the biocore is destroyed. So let's go back to this biocore that's on right now. So I can see clearly on this camera. It's designed to. I can barely see anything over here. This is one of the worst biocores on the map. I don't know where to put anything. Right here. So where is that? Right there. Where's that over there? Oh, right there. Cool. I didn't know that. I can't see where I'm putting things down. So I got creatures over here. So I can put... So I can put them right here.
I never intended you to get this.
Where are they?
It's part of the test.
Oh, they're right here. Cool. I don't know where I'm putting them. Now, in any other map, any other match, I would just be placing things. Bam, 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 bam. But the problem with this map is the walls. All the walls block your line of sight if you're not on a direct camera in front of your biocore. And that's the next problem. So every map has it, but this one suffers a lot because... So, this is the easiest camera for this biocore. You got a survivor right here. I'm gonna start blasting it. I can't raise it. My camera just got destroyed. So, let's go over here. Okay, what can I do now? I have to put down creatures. I can't really see. Okay, right there. I can put a creature right there. So I know I can put them over here.
As expected, your death was underwhelming. The others will be more
And I can put them right here. Oh, okay, a trap. Okay, I have to put the trap over here. I have to put the trap over here. But that's not where the bio is. That's not where the survivors are. They're right here in this tiny, tiny little spot. And I can put creatures like right here, but when I'm on that camera, I can't even tell. You can't tell because there's this wall in the way. There's no depth perception. You can't tell, like, what's over here. You can't see. So the walls are the problem. You can't see where you're putting your creatures if you're not using the camera directly next to the biocore. And they're gonna shoot them out because that's the problem. It's
Even
right
with
in
low
front of the
expectations,
biocore, so
I'm
they're gonna shoot it
disappointed
out.
in you. I
There's a
barely learned
shield,
anything.
that's good, but it doesn't
Destroying
matter.
your hole is part
I'm thinking about just unmuting the whole thing. So, yeah. They're gonna destroy it because it's right in front of the biocore. And once it's destroyed, you have to move to another camera, and it forces you to move to a camera that can barely see the biocore. It can barely see where you can put things down. So if you have it creatures, you can... See, I'm forced to only put them in this area, but I can't even see where that is. If the survivors are over here, yeah, it's fine. Just blast them. But if the survivors are over there, and they're killing your creatures, you can't see, like, where your creatures are even going. So January's dead. Oh, she's over there now. January's dead, so I can't shoot her. This biocore isn't bad. This is a good biocore. This is a good spot. There's 2 cameras directly in front of it, and a third that suffers, but not too much. Depending on the RNG of this map, this is a good camera for this biocore. But only that biocore. This one's bad because you have to switch to this one eventually. You're gonna always switch to this one because that one is always gonna get destroyed. So you're always gonna be on this one unless you're running like a good camera build. So these 2 cameras are good for this biocore. So it doesn't matter about the preset because you can actually defend this biocore in the preset. It doesn't matter if they destroy this camera or this camera because they're right in front of it. And if you're on one, you're repairing the other. But if you do need a third camera, this one is here. But for gun builds, you can't do anything. You can't defend it with a gun. So if you have a gun build, it's basically GG. You lose on this biocore. You're okay with this one, but not this one. And if you have creatures... Oh. Okay, traps. Okay. Where did that go? Right there. Where is that? That's not bad. How far does that reach? That's pretty good. That is directly in front of the biocore. So unless they're right here hitting the side, they're gonna get it. So it's good for traps and good for creatures, unlike this one. This one is... The camera's always gonna get destroyed. Because it's right there. So you have to use this camera. I can't even see the biocore. Awesome. Great design. I can see it now, But in other times, when this is an actual walkway, there will be boards constricting your vision, so you won't know exactly where you can put things. And you can use a gun unless they're over here. And if you can't use this one, you can use this one. And right now, your vision is clear. This biocore is good too. Yeah. So this one, that one, kinda this one. Not really, because you can only... So you can use this one depending on the RNG. And you can use this one depending on the RNG. So this one is not a safe biocore. And this one suffers the most for creatures and traps. This one... It suffers depending on the RNG. But see, I can't even... I can't... Oh, the biocore is right there. So if you have to use this one because this one got destroyed, that sucks. Right now, you can use this one, but it's all RNG. You don't know what are the good cameras because the walls are constantly changing. So you can't even get used to the good placements. You can't even get used to the bad placements because the walls are always changing. The things I've said in this entire video about what's a good biocore and a bad biocore changes every match on all of these ones. This one doesn't count because it never changes, but all these biocores, all the good and positives, won't matter in my next match, in my next try on this, because all the walls will be different. Maybe this will be a bad camera the next time I come in. Maybe this will be a bad camera. Maybe this will actually be a good camera. Who knows? That's the thing. It's always changing. And that's good, but it's bad because of what's changing. It's bad because of what's changing. All the walls are changing, and you can't really see over the wall. That's another problem. That's another con. You can't see over the wall. You're looking at the wall. I can't see over this. I can't see over that, whatever that is. That's a bunch of tires in a barrel when Jan getting eaten by an ivy. I can't see over it. I can only look at it. But if you're in front of the biocore, you can see everything. But it doesn't matter because they can shoot it from here. They're definitely going to shoot it from right here. And you have to switch to a camera that can't see anything. It's a bad map because you can't properly defend it. You can't predict it. You can't get used to it. Now, getting used to it is good, though. That is kind of a pro and a con. That's good and bad. Survivors getting used to the map is bad because it's predictable. And anything predictable in this game is too easy for the survivors. So it is good that it is randomly generated. But it's just bad in how it's randomly generated. If you could look over these walls, like if the camera itself was higher... That one? Yeah. So that's camera 31. This camera I was just on. If that was a little higher, then you could see over the wall. And it would always be a good camera. The walls wouldn't be too high. You can see over the walls. You can always see where the creatures will go. You'll always know. Right now it's just... I mean, this is a good spot, I guess. I mean, yeah, it's right there. But I didn't know that. But if the camera was higher, you would always know. This one doesn't really matter, because it's right in front of the biocore. But there's no other camera on the side. So you have to look, like, there's a huge pattern. Like, this whole side of the map has cameras, but none of this. You can't see what's over here. You can't place anything over here. I don't even know what's over there. What is over there? Right now, a walkway? No. Right now it's just a hole. This is a walkway. But you can't defend it unless you're on that camera. But that's not the problem. The problem is that you can't... There is no camera over here to look at this side of the biocore. You can't defend this side. you have to use this one and barely see it. You can't even defend it with a gun. You can only use creatures. And you can't... You can only put them over there. You can't even place them anywhere from over here. You can only put them over there. If you had another camera right over here, you wouldn't have that problem because there wouldn't be walls in the way. You can just look at it. What's up with that? It could be good. This had potential to be an amazing Area 3 because of the, right here. Because of the shield. The shield is, like, the best thing about this map. But it's also just incredibly hard to use. The EIS cooldown is really high. And the speed to close the shield is really slow. So you'd have to run a build specifically for the just for the barrier. But you never know when you're gonna get this map. So you can't even prepare for it. So you're always gonna struggle with the barrier. Now they did make it faster for survivors to open it, which I understand that. I totally understand that. That is good for the survivors, and I completely agree. Because, you know, if there's a swarm and it takes too long to open, then they'll never open it. And I understand that if the cooldown is too low, it'll just, you know, it'll keep going up way too fast, and I get that. But the speed and actually raising it does need to be fast. More often than not, on this map, when I get to Area 3, I'm trying to raise the shield, but I can't do it fast enough. And the Biocore blows up the moment I raise it. And so I just wasted my only time I can raise the barrier. So when they go to this Biocore over here, I can't do anything. I can't defend it with the barrier. They're gonna lower it and I can't raise it. Because I already raised it on a Biocore that got destroyed the exact second it got raised. And that sucks. There's nothing I can do about that. Now, I personally think that, you know, there are ways to fix this. Raise the cameras up higher. Put a camera on this side so you can see this properly. You still won't be able to use this one, but if the cameras are over the walls, it doesn't matter where your camera is. Well, it still does because it's a large room. But you can still use other cameras and still benefit. You can see over the walls, you can have a better chance at using creatures, better chance at using guns, depending on the RNG, better chance at placing traps. It can be fixed. But I feel that the shields, the barriers on all the Biocores should be on every map. That should be on every map. There should be a barrier on every Area 3. Every Area 3. It doesn't matter. Why hasn't that happened yet? Why is this the only map that has barriers? These are super important. Now, I thought this was a test run. I thought that when this map came out, this was a test run. And then maybe 2 weeks later, they're going to do a patch update and put barriers on all the maps, but they didn't. It was just another update, and then another update, and then we got 2 new maps, no barriers. Why is this the only map with barriers? The Biocores go too fast. They get destroyed way too fast. You don't even need a Becca. Becca can destroy a Biocore in 7 seconds, but you don't need Becca. You can solo destroy a Biocore with a shotgun using base damage, and it doesn't take long at all. It doesn't matter if the Biocore is 20,000 HP. It goes down too fast. So, you know, we need a barrier. You know, survivors need a chance to defend that Biocore. It doesn't matter if their bioenergy speed is high. They can't actually defend the Biocore. They can't actually stop people from hitting the Biocore. That's what this map is for. That's why it has a barrier. That's the best thing about this. And it's still bad, though. It's still bad. Even if they did put this on every map, they would still need to fix the speed on You Can Raise It. I mean, the cooldown, it's okay. The cooldown would be perfectly fine if you could raise it really fast. Because then you'd have less chances of the Biocore being destroyed the moment you raise it. And that's like the worst thing about, the speed. So, a short summary in order to go over it. It's bad because you can't put a preset on Area 3. The presets for your creatures and traps is too limited. And, I mean, everywhere you can put it, it's one long hallway. If you have creatures here and here, the survivors will drag their creatures to the starting area where they get free kills and free time. If you have traps here and here, that's okay. Just move them back a little bit because you can get them on the way out. But if you have traps down here, they're going to get seen because it's a long hallway. If you have a trap right here, you're good. If you have traps right here, they're going to get shot. If you have creatures anywhere on this hallway at all, it's a death sentence. Your best plates are actually in here. These are the best places for traps and creatures, but you can barely take advantage of it. You can't even put things here, because when you run along the hallways, they're probably just going to get seen. They're going to get seen, they're going to get killed, the traps are going to get seen and get blown up, but you never know. And see, that's the problem with randomly generate. You never know. Putting traps and creatures right here is always a gamble, because you never know if it's going to be too easy for them. So, once again, the randomly generated with the preset is bad, but it can be fixed. Not with the preset, though. I don't know how to fix that. That's just bad. Secondly, the cameras need to be raised so that you can see over the walls that are constantly changing. And you need another camera on this side so that you can properly defend this one. And then we need the extra speed to raise the Biocore. I'm not talking about the EIS cooldown, I'm talking about the EIS speed on raising the barrier. That needs to be increased. And then the barriers need to be put on all the other maps. And that's about it. Yeah. I hate coming to this map. Because, I don't know what to do. I never know what to do when I come here. I have a lot of creatures down, and they're wandering in this area. I just don't know what to do. Whenever I get here, I always struggle because I have a hard time doing anything. One thing I didn't even mention was Yataveo. Yataveo's a creature. I can't even put her down. Let's see. Recommended. Over there. Cool. Now, if you actually get them, then you're good. But if you don't, which you probably won't, they'll run over there. They'll run over there. They'll run up the stairs. And you can't do anything. But if there's a Becca, they'll just kill it. Good job. Awesome. So, yeah. If you know how to take advantage of this map, please let me know. Because I would love to get good on this map. Right now, I'm just treading it. Because, I don't know how to use the map to my advantage. All the other maps I know how. But not this one. It's incredibly difficult. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please press that like button. So more people can see it. Look at all these ivies. Maybe new bards will see it. Yeah, it'll be great for the barriers to go on all maps. And with the extreme amount of damage the survivors can do nowadays, it would help everybody. I mean, it wouldn't help the survivors. Well, okay, in my opinion, it would help the survivors. Having a barrier on every map would help the survivors, because it would mean that it would be more of a challenge. Right now, every map is predictable. Every Biocore is too easy to destroy because of the damage that they can do. So having a barrier will present a new challenge to the survivors on all the maps. It won't matter where they go. Prison won't be that special anymore because they'll have a challenge on every map. And that's good, because then survivors won't get bored. Like me! I won't get bored when I play Survivor. It won't just be too easy and predictable. And that sucks. When it gets predictable, it gets boring. When it gets boring, players leave. I don't want to leave. I want to stay. Thanks for watching. I'm Hat Creature. And as always, have a great day. Look at that. Beautiful.